So recently I've had a lot of sellers who either don't have money to make repairs prior to putting the house on the market, or where they're working as a POA or an executor or a guardian and that type of role, and they just don't have money to put into someone else's house for the sales. Those properties basically have to go on the market being sold as is with no repairs. Had people ask me recently in that situation if there are companies out there who will make repairs and be paid out at closing on the closing statement. There are a few companies out there that will do that so that you can put the property on the market in better condition, but most contractors are not going to do that. So I've got a listing right now where that is the case. The company who's done all the restoration work on the property is agreeing to be paid on the closing statement. But again, really do your homework on that and make sure that they are truly willing to be paid at closing and they don't demand payment right away when the repairs are made. So for most people, that's not a situation that they can work out. So what else can be done? Well, the alternative is very simple and very clear, but again, none of these situations are ideal if you have a property that needs repairs. So, your last resort is just to sell that property to a cash buyer or to a buyer who has 25% down or more going conventional to where the appraisal is waived up front, or it can be sold with a renovation loan. Just watch out with the renovation loans because a lot of times the contractor who's quoting out the work on the renovation loan isn't approved by the lending institutions. In that case, if you're going the route of a renovation loan, I tell my sellers, let's make sure that contractor has the credentials in with the bank or the lending institution up front. If they do, we can make that renovation loan a shorter process, but sometimes if the contractor is not approved, if not giving detailed information about the repairs that are being made, those can turn into a nightmare. So just be really careful with those and make sure all the ducks are in a row, especially if you're a seller going into a contract with a renovation loan involved. Not ideal situations. If you can find that contractor who can do repairs ahead of time and be paid on the closing statement, that's really nice, but not all of us can do that. And we'll have to face the limited buyer pool for the cash buyers, those who are really, really strong conventional or the reno loans, those types of buyers. So if you've got questions about this topic or any others, feel free to reach out to me by phone, email, text, or private message. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Thanks. Bye.